Hey guys, my name's Natasha Adams. Behind me here is my 1991 Jeep Comanche, and I'm going to be replacing the radiator today. This is my brand new CSF radiator that I just got, and this is my Mishimoto radiator that I've been running for the past about a year now. Nothing against Mishimoto, but I've been having some overheating issues, and I replaced everything but the radiator, thinking that, hey, this is a Mishimoto radiator, it should be good, it's an upgrade, I should be fine. But sometimes upgrades aren't exactly upgrades, sometimes they're just brand name. So we're gonna find out today if that's the case. This CSF radiator is a 3-core versus this Mishimoto, which is only a 2-core, and this is about $100 less than the Mishimoto, so that's cool. The other thing that I'm gonna be doing, well, kind of experimenting, is I'm gonna still run the 3 E-fans by Mishimoto with this radiator, just to narrow down if it's the radiator or if it's the fans that are causing my issue. The problem that I've been having is I can idle, I can go on trails fine, but when it comes to underload, going up the mountain to get to a trail, that's when this Jeep gets hot. So we're gonna see if replacing the radiator with a higher flow is going to help me. Another thing, if you are experiencing an overheating XJ, that I would recommend, it can't hurt to get a high flow water pump, which is just something to upgrade and something that is more peace of mind than anything. But anyway, here I go. I'm going to be replacing the Mishimoto radiator with this CSF, and fingers crossed this helps me and solves my overheating issue. So the radiator fits in nice and OEM. Kind of just sits right in there. It's like almost perfect. I did use different hardware here because it looks better. And now to this debacle. Okay, everything is officially back on, so I'm just gonna burp the system and then bleed the power steering / burp that system, and then I'll be able to test drive it. Okay, it's time for that test drive. Let's see, we're gonna be going streets, highway, and I'm gonna see if I can find a mountain to climb. Okay, well, I'm back home. The Jeep ran. It didn't run exactly as cool as I want it to, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this clutch fan back on and see if this makes that difference that I need. I didn't get to climb a mountain because the Jeep was just way too hot to do any of that. So I'm gonna put this back on, see if that makes a difference. I'm gonna be using, well, one of the fans off of the electric fans that I have from Mishimoto. So I made, well, I cut this bracket out of the old fans. Okay, so I let it idle for a while. It actually stayed around like 190 before I even had to put this fan on. I waited till it hit 200, then I put the fan on, but yeah, it seems to be cooling pretty well at idle. So I'm gonna go for a test drive, put this thing under load, and see how it does. Okay, well, there you have it. This thing did really well, even on the mountains. Even though I started with just taking the E-fans, keeping them in, and just putting in that radiator, it did run a little bit cooler, but not to the point that I really needed it to. And I know that climbing over stuff is going to be a lot more force on that engine, so that was not going to cut it, which is why we ended up putting that clutch fan back on, keeping one E-fan, which is technically the stock setup, and this thing ran like 10 degrees cooler than it did with the 3 E-fans, which is pretty crazy, but I've heard on forums and stuff that that's actually a better setup, just stock, than it is upgrading all the stuff, so I'm happy with that. So anyway, as you guys can see from the 2 videos before, it ran pretty cool. The only time it hit 210 was going up that mountain, and technically 210 is running temp for these engines, so I'm totally happy with that. That's fine. It never creeped up over that 210 mark, which is great. I'm thinking about maybe some pusher fans, which might help a little bit. I'm happy with this setup. If this video helped you at all, please subscribe, subscribe. I thank you guys for watching this video, and let me know in the comments what you think about this whole cooling setup, what you have done to see how your Jeep can run cooler. Bye.